Litty, so tell me, where were you born and raised?
I was born here, Seattle, Washington. Yeah. My mom, she's from like Canada. My dad's from New York. Yeah.
Well, tell me about your home life. What was it like growing up?
All my parents on drugs, my brother's on drugs, whole family on drugs. But my mom had her own house. And it's me, my sister, my 4 brothers, but they didn't stay with me all the time. It was on and off. Yeah. And I was a bad kid.
You were. Tell me more about that. Why do you say that?
Because she always said I was always the bad one. Like, I'm the second youngest of the boys. Well, I'm the youngest boy, but second youngest. But I was always the bad kid. Like, I would get in trouble, drinking, like popping pills by the time I was like 11 years old, smoking weed. I always stole a lot too when I was little.
Oh, I mean, if you remember, like, how did you learn that stuff? Where was that?
So just growing up in my house, like, no cap, like my mom did drugs, right? So all the like hustlers and shit knew my brother. So they would all go to my mom's house and chill. And like they call my house like the kitchen because they all cook drugs there. So like I'm just growing up around a bunch of dudes cooking dope and boosters. So I'll be boosters there, giving me free shit like here, take this. So I just seeing that growing up, like I wasn't a slow kid, but I was kind of like, I was in special class, but I wasn't slow, you know what I mean? Like seeing this, like, oh, these niggas go steal this shit, boom, and I get free stuff. I'm gonna go steal shit. So like, I would go to like, I remember like 3rd grade, 2nd grade. My mom would be out of town. I'd have to go stay with my auntie Beverly, and she worked at this thing called SARS Market, right when it first started open. And so she would take us downstairs before school. We'd have to wait before school, and then drop us off at school. So we were downstairs at school. I would just roam around in the back and like take candy bars and gum, go to school, sell it. And so yeah.
So you just learned this.
Yeah, just learned like, oh, boom.
Growing up.
Yeah. So yeah.
Tell me, when you guys were kids, I asked this question because it's a lighter question, I guess.
Yeah.
What did you guys do for fun in those times?
We played with wrestler dolls, stole Pokemon things from Walmart, and played Pokemon cards. Like we would steal our cards from Walmart and then trade our Pokemon cards, or play battle with Pokemon cards. Or we played with wrestler dolls. That was our shit. Like we liked wrestler dolls heavy. Or we used to like play fight. Like okay, when I was little, like Shawn Michaels was our favorite wrestler. So he was D-Generation X. So we'd be like at recess kicking each other ass. Like we're D-Generation X and you guys are WCW. Yeah. And we just kick each other ass, acting like we're wrestlers.
Oh. Tell me about school. You went to junior high school?
I went to all 12 grades. I was in special class 5th grade and 7th grade. In 7th grade, I got bumped up for some reason. I was smarter all of a sudden. But I finished all grades. I didn't graduate, but I got my GED. But I went to all school grades. Yeah.
Cool. And then after high school, what was that like?
I actually moved to New York when I was in 10th grade. From here by myself. I was getting survivor benefits because my mom had left me when I was 14, and so my dad was gone obviously, so I was getting survivor benefits on the state. So when I was 16 turning 17, I just moved to New York on my own because I had caught a case, a no contact order with my girlfriend, and they're trying to like give me like adult time. Back then I think you go to county when you're like 17, you could do like they send you to adult jail when you're 17. So I was like, no way, I'm not going. So I just moved to New York to not go to jail and prison. And when I was 17 and just I finished my high school out there, actually I went to Francis Lewis High School, was at this place called Covenant House, like a group home for youth, ACS, Covenant House, and I finished school there, but I ended up getting kicked out because I had started dating a counselor girl who worked at the ACS.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
Yeah, they fired her and kicked me out. They didn't like that at all.
You mentioned something when you were 14.
Yeah.
Your mom.
She was on crack really bad, so like she would always go to Vegas and stuff. Growing up, I remember she was always going to Vegas, going to Portland. As I'm growing up, I always remember this. So we'd have to go stay with my aunt this weekend or this family friend. Then when I was 14, I got a juvenile, and she was just like gone. Everybody's like, oh, your mom's just gone, bro. We don't know where she's at. And we're just at my house in Skyway. Me, my brother Keon, my brother Michael, rest in peace, my cousin Buka, and 2 of these hustler dudes, Peanut, and I forget the other one's name. Oh, and Don Pierre. They were hustler dudes that were always there. They were just like, your mom's gone. We don't know where she's at, bro. She ain't been here all month.
Wow.
I don't know. So what am I going to do? They're like, do whatever you want. Fuck it. You want to go to school? Go to school. You want to hustle? We got you. We'll pay the rent. Just do whatever you want. Just don't get in trouble. So I was like, all right.
At 14 years old?
Yeah, 14 years old.
And for that, how long? Did she come back?
I still, to be honest, I see my mom, the first time I see my mom in person since then was about 8 months ago. And I've only talked.
How old are you now?
I'm 30.
So, oh my gosh, that's a
Yeah.
long time. So, I mean, tell me how that happened. What was that?
So she just was gone, and then I talked to her since then. I talked to her like 3 times maybe until 8 months ago. No cap, like swear to God. I moved to New York. When I moved to New York, I talked to her because she heard I had like I got like 4 kids. So she heard I had a lot of kids. She's like, oh hi, that's it. What's up
So
with the
she
kids?
tracked you down and found you?
No, all my brothers and sisters never told her like he's in New York, man.
Gotcha,
He's
gotcha.
doing music and stuff and doing fashion and stuff. So she talked to me then, and then on my birthday when I was 21, I wanted to come back to Seattle, and I talked to her then like I need some money. I'm not doing fashion no more. I'm broke. Can you have me get back to Seattle? She was in Colorado. She's like, I don't even live in Seattle no more. I'm in Colorado. So then that was that, and then I talked to her again 8 months ago when I was just getting out of prison because I got 2 brothers she never told us about, and I just met them. And we all went to dinner, and the crazy thing is, all right, so I remember my mother, right? She's like this half white, half native lady, right? All I remember about my mom was like jewelry. She had a lot of jewelry. She had a lot of tattoos. This cool white lady, right? So I like jewelry, you know, and I like tattoos. When I see my mom for the first time again, like in years, I'm like, wow, I'm tatted up. She's tatted up. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? This is my mom. This is crazy. And she's like, oh, I have to talk to you when we get outside. I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna ask me about like the trouble in jail cases. Man, this lady was like, you have any pain pills? I'm like, wow, this is my mom. It's crazy as fuck, bro. Cause like, damn, this is crazy. This is my mom. Like, but it was weird just seeing her since then, cause it was like I still call her mommy, and my other brothers were calling her Sini. And I stopped calling her mommy.
What is Sini?
That's her name. Her name's Sini.
Got it.
So I'm like, mommy, and she's like, stop calling her mommy.
Well, I mean, how did
weird.
that feel when you first saw her? Like,
I still feel like a little kid, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, because it was like, you know, when I was 14, like when you think you're 14, that's when you're really starting to like switch to adulthood or whatever. I think it is. I think they say 7, 14, 21, something like that with the 7s. So it's like, it was weird because after that I was like basically grown since then. So yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you also met 2 brothers.
I met one of them. The other one I still haven't met yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's really wild. Yeah.
and so, well, geez. So, what about your dad?
I never met my dad. I have like 3 pictures with him, and I remember, I'm remembering real good. One time we were at an A&PM in the Central District, and he bought me a Kit Kat and a Pop-Tart. I remember that very vividly.
Stick with you.
Yeah, I remember that very. And he dropped me at my uncle, my godfather Charles' house. I remember that. For some odd reason, I remember that very like vividly, and that's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I think I was maybe like 4 or something. I'm not sure. I was little. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. But he bought me a Kit Kat and blueberry Pop-Tart. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember it. Yeah.
That's all right. Well, so tell me, you moved back to Seattle.
Yeah.
From New York.
Yeah.
And what was the plan?
Okay, when I was in New York, I was like, all right, I was gangbanging with the Bloods, and so we got in a big case. It's like on the news, like a RICO law case. We did our time, and I was like, man, I'm getting out of here. They're trying to hit us with more charges. And my friend was like, let's go. Where you want to go? I was like, we go to Seattle. I had like $20,000 saved up from selling drugs. So let's just go. And we went to Seattle. My plan was to flip this money we had, you know, because weed was out here legal. So like, we'll go to Seattle. Weed's legal. We can sell weed, smoke weed all day. That was our plan. And so we got here. I bought a bunch of Jordans, a bunch of weed, and then somebody robbed me for the last of my money. So it was like, that plan's over. Now we're gonna do. And I had like, I want to say like $4,000 left. So I paid for 2 apartments within like a 2-year span with the rest of that money. And we just lived off of that and just partied every day until the money was gone. And then I ended up going to North Seattle with this. They introduced me to this dude who was like a hustler dude in North Seattle. And we became friends. And I started hustling for him, and he ended up dying. That was
just to clarify. When you say hustling,
like selling drugs.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, we ended up doing that, and then I ended up meeting. No, time out. He ended up dying. It was like on the news. He got stabbed in the U District, and his girlfriend was like, hey, you know, like since I was his best friend, you know, she's like, hey, I need some help. He's dead. You know, you're the only person I know. Help me out. So we started dating and hustling, and then me and her got a condo in Redmond for like 2 years. This is like the first year I'm back from New York. Within 2 years from me being back from New York, all this happened. Then we broke up. I started living with my uncle I met out here. I met one of my uncles out here. Lived with him for like 2.5 years. Just same thing, going to clubs, selling pills, coke, buying my sneakers, trying to do music and rap and shit. Then I met my baby's mother, moved to Idaho for like 6 months. and they came back to Seattle to sign my music contract, and just fucked that money up in business with that person, and just been out here for like past 3 years since that happened. Yeah, just trying to hustle and just do music, I guess.
Yeah. So how long have you been on the streets? Or have you been on and off the streets?
I've been on and off the streets really since I was 14, man. Honestly, like I've always had my own spot, or been on the street staying somewhere, or staying with someone, or stay with someone, then move to the streets. That's not working out, then get my own spot. You know, so off and on since I was 14. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you say you had 4 kids?
Yeah, I got 4 kids.
Tell me about them.
They're all bad, just like me. They all look like me. It's weird because I kind of like brainwashed my son like Spider-Man and my daughter like Lil Wayne, so she loves them like off top. Like she knows, my daughter like knows Lil Wayne, like his voice.
How old are your kids?
My son Amethyst is 6, Ava is 8. No, Ava's 9. Amethyst is 6. Jaquise is 12, and Ajamir is 5.
So where are they right now?
My son's in New York, one's in North Carolina, other one's in Idaho, and then another one's here.
Wow. So very spread out, and you're in contact with them? And
yeah, my baby's moms loves me. I don't got child support or nothing. They call me, they like each other. They're all cool with it. So they're all cool.
No, good. That makes me happy. Good. I mean, I got 2 kids, and it's important.
Yeah.
It's important. Well, tell me about, you said you rap, and you had a contract, so it was stuff was starting to move.
Yeah, so like I was,
music.
While I'm at the club selling coke, I met this guy. He's super rich guy from Seattle. I can't say his name, but he's super rich out here, real known lawyer guy. And I was ended up selling him coke at a club, not knowing he was this guy. And then later he tells me, "Hey, I'm this guy." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And so he's like, "Help me wash my money, you know? What do you guys want to do?" And I'm like, "I rap." He's like, "I'll start a company." So he started a little company to help me do my music thing and wash his money through our company. And he ended up, I wasn't getting paid money though. I was only getting paid what they call per diems. So I had like my budget and my per diems. So it's like my budget, I wanted like stupid shit, man, cause I'm an idiot sometimes. So I wanted like $150 for candy every day, $200 for cigarettes every week, pill money, and like I think like $400 to design my shirts and hats every month, and that was it. Plus whatever he's gonna give me. He was like, "Oh yeah, easy, it's no problem." And then what fucked it up is I ended up getting I got a no contact order and a drug charge while I was with my girlfriend, and he hated her. He was like, "Man, leave this girl alone. She's fucking up our business." Cause I was going to jail like every 2 months fucking with this girl, man. It was crazy. And he's like, "Man, leave the girl or no contract. I'm done." And so I was like, yeah, whatever. So December 12th, 2013, no. It's actually 2015. December 12th, 2015, I got really high on lean and Xanax, cause that's my thing. And I was like joking with her, like, "I'm gonna go see my other girlfriend for Christmas." We got in a super bad fight. I was blacked out off codeine. I don't even remember what happened, but apparently I got in a real bad fight with this girl. I got a charge for drug possession and assault 2 of DV order because I was so high, and got in a fight with this girl. So he paid like $20,000 for a private lawyer because they were trying to give me like 5 years. And so just so I wouldn't get that time, he paid like $20,000 for this lawyer. This lady named Kimberly Exie, super good private lawyer. And so she got me like, I don't know, God miracle, like got me like I had to take a plea for like 3 months in rehab. I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." So I took a plea for that, and then but then now it's like, okay, now I owe him $20,000 because you're only getting per diems, you're not getting money, you owe me $2,000. I'm like, "Well, no, you know, I didn't tell you to pay for that." He's like, "Well, I paid for it, you owe me money, it's contract." So I fucked the contract up by him doing that, and I owe him money. But my friend was like, to get out of contract, one of my rapper friends, his name's Half Pint, he's like, "Just change your name and you're out of contract, bro." And I'm like, "That's all I have to do?" He's like, "Yeah, just change your name, don't do no music with the dude, and you're out of contract." So I'm like, "All right, that's what I'm gonna do." So that's what I did. But then it's also like, okay, now instead of having like someone back me on my music stuff, now it's just like I'm doing it by myself. So that kind of fucked me over. But yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's complex. But that's not when you like went to New York, was it?
No, I went to New York when I was 14 just to go. Like I'm getting out of here. I always seen like Jay-Z was my favorite rapper and shit. So it's like I'm going to New York. You know, I could do whatever I want. Mommy's gone. I'm going to New York. Word. and I had my own money like then. They were giving me like $2,000 a month back then for survivor benefits. So I'm just like going to the mall, buying Yankees hats, buying Jordans. Like I'm 14 years old,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course,
So
that's
it's like,
what you're gonna do.
yeah, I'm gonna buy candy and Jordans and hats.
That's what I would do. Anybody's 14, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's wild, man. Litty, is there anything that you'd want to say to the people of Seattle?
Yeah, cause like, all right, so I'm from here, so sometimes us, not even us, sometimes a lot of us as Seattle people, we treat each other really shitty, bro. And me being a lot of places, I noticed like we need to like treat each other more as a team, as cause we're Seattle, okay? So if it's like a sport thing, we're Seattle, everyone else is their team. We need to like be more of a team as a community, because like, it's really shitty when other people from other places, me going some other place and coming here, like people who think I'm from New York, they treat me like so much different than when they find out I'm from Seattle. It's like, oh, now you treat me shitty because I'm from here like you. It's weird. But like when they think I'm from New York, it's, oh, hi, let's be goody. But it's really shitty to me. And like a lot of street people need to also stop calling like the people with houses yuppies and snitchers. They're not all snitches and funny people, bro. They just got houses and they're just like us. They don't want to be fucked with all the time. Every time they go out to do their stuff, they don't want to see people. If they're sober, of course they don't want to see people smoking dope in front of them. They're fucking squares, they're sober. Just like we don't want to be bothered when we're smoking by sober people. So we all gotta, you know, be more, what's the word I'm looking for? More conscious of each other's actions and feels, you know. It's all about the feels with people, and just realize, you know, we're all a Seattle team and community. So we gotta realize that like if everyone going against each other, whether for homeless or not homeless, or sober or not sober, or, you know, working, not working, it's just bringing more bad energy into the air and putting out in the air, because energy is very like a real element now in the future. So we gotta be aware of that. Yeah.
I know, man. I guess one more question. Tell me about your tats.
Oh, all right. So I'm a Lil Wayne fan. I'm Wayniac. Wayne's my idol.
They call him Wayniac.
Yeah, we call Wayniacs. We're Wayniacs. You feel me? So Wayne got, you know, Lil Wayne's the man for tattoos. So I got my first tat on my face when I was 14. I got cross. I got 27 tats on my face. I think Wayne got like 30. But yeah, I got my heart. I don't know which side, but I got a heart because I cry for love and peace. So I'm a hippie thug. I got my cross, Father, Son, and Spirit. I got my daughter's initials on my head and a Virgo sign because I like Virgo bitches. What else? I got on my hands, a bunch of shit on my hands. POW on my hands. Power is positive over wickedness. I got my back. I got fuck the world on my chest because Tupac. I got a pyramid on my stomach for Illuminati. What else? I got this, it's a ghost pepper coming out my mouth because I rap and say the hottest shit ever, so I got ghost pepper on my mouth. What else? I got a purple star on my face because I took an ecstasy pill one time and I like everything was like looking cartoonish. It was great. I got a Rolling Stones thing on my neck. Me and my bros got those because Rolling Stones. I got the world in my hands. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it.
I love it, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Litty, thanks for your time, man.
Nice
It's good to hear your voice.
Thank
Part
you.
of your story, man.
Yeah.
Hang in there, man. Hang in there.
Oh yeah.
It's good stuff.
Good camera too.
I'm gonna take a quick photo.
Yeah.
Let me give me a second. Let me grab that mic.